Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today we're going to be previewing the Houston Rockets' 61st regular season game. And yeah, it's going to be a solid one tonight in OKC. I'm not really confident in the Rockets winning this one because of how good the Thunder are, but that's not the only reason why. Look, I think there's not. I mean, like, the Rockets can beat Oklahoma City. I mean, we saw that amazing win last year that they had going into OKC, the overtime win. We saw the win earlier this year. But the reason why I say I'm not so confident in this team tonight is just because of the injury bug this team has tonight. That's really the only reason. I mean, no Fred. And here are five players as game-time decisions. You got Steven Adams as a game-time decision dealing with an ankle injury against his former team. Dylan Brooks has a knee injury. He's a game-time decision. Tari Eason, lower leg injury, game-time decision. Alperen Sengun, back injury, game-time decision. Amin Thompson, shoulder injury, game-time decision. We have no idea if any of these players are going to play. I'll tell you something that did cross through my mind. Trying to figure out what the starting lineup would be if all five of the guys that are game-time decisions, plus Fred VanVleet, who's already out, what does the starting lineup look like if you're missing all those guys? And I think it would probably look a little something like, Aaron Holiday at point, Jalen Green at the 2, then Jae'Sean Tate at the 3, Jabari Smith Jr. at the 4, and Jock Landale at the 5. And then off the bench, you have Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, just recently signed to a standard contract, converted from a two-way contract, Jonathan Williams, and then, Jeff Green. And then also want to add this, Jack McVay and N'Faly Dante are coming back from the G League as reinforcements tonight if the Rockets need it. So who knows if these guys are going to suit up tonight. All of the guys that are game-time decisions, Steven Adams, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, Alperen Sengun, and Amin Thompson, were all at shoot-around recently. But that means nothing because there's video of Fred VanVleet at shoot-around as well, and he's out. So just because you're at shoot-around doesn't mean you're going to play. Fred VanVleet was at shoot-around shooting a lot of shots, and he's out with an ankle injury. So, Fred came back for one game, and I think they're going to take it easy with him. I don't know what's going on with that. We know there's no Fred. It would be interesting to see no Steven Adams, what it looks like, no Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun, because then you got Jock Landale starting, and then you have your backup 5. I mean, if you're at the back looking at the backup 5, is it Jeff Green who can play at the backup 5, or you just brought back up N'Faly Dante from the G League? Does he potentially give you some minutes at the backup 5 tonight? Just assuming all the guys that are game time decisions don't play tonight. But honestly, just to be honest, I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't think you're gonna see something where all these 5 players don't play. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Steven Adams and Tari Eason don't play tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Rockets try to take it easy with Sengun and Amin Thompson. I see Dylan Brooks playing tonight. I see, out of the 5 guys that are game-time decisions, the one guy that I can 100% think that will be out there tonight for the Rockets is Dylan Brooks. So I'm not really worried about him missing this game tonight, but like the Steven Adams and Tari Eason, I just not so confident they play in this game tonight. And I wouldn't be so mad if the Rockets tried to take it easy with Alperen Sengun and Amin Thompson, because honestly, the Rockets can still win this game, but if they're missing Tari Eason, Steven Adams, and Fred VanVleet, I don't like their chances against the Thunder. And if Alperen Sengun and Amin Thompson are not, they aren't 100%. You don't want them to, their injuries to get worse, especially how closer and closer we are getting to the NBA playoffs. We're basically a month and a half away from the playoffs starting. You cannot afford to have some of your best players like Alperen Sengun and Amin Thompson get an injury even worse. So if they're not 100%, they don't need to play, in my opinion, for Amin Thompson and Alperen Sengun. You can't have that happen. And honestly, I could see like Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. doing something crazy, even if all those like I think a win for this Rockets team tonight is pretty much near impossible of happening if you're missing all the five players that are game time decisions plus Fred VanVleet. But I do know the fact that Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. can do something crazy in order to help the Rockets get a win. I think the Rockets would still have talent tonight playing. You just the problem is there's a lot of other talent playing next to you, against you. Like I think the Rockets could win a game with a starting lineup of Aaron Holiday, Jalen Green, Jayshawn Tate, Jabari Smith Jr., and Jock Landale, the starting lineup that I think it would be if all these guys are out tonight. But I just don't know if a team they could beat would be the Thunder. The bench doesn't look bad with Cam and Reed and Jonathan and Jeff Green. If the Rockets are as shorthanded as they might be tonight, but it's just they're playing the wrong team tonight. Like they play the Pelicans a couple times in the next couple weeks or the next week or two. So like if you had this amount of injury problems against the Pelicans with Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr. and others leading the pack, I think the Rockets would be fine. But I don't know about this Thunder game. We'll see who ends up playing or not. Want to keep everybody updated that Isaiah Joe tonight is out for the Thunder. Chet Holmgren is a game time decision, so I guess makes it feel a little bit better that they're as banged up. They're not as banged up as we are, but they have some injuries. But it's not as close as many injuries as the Rockets do tonight. And so, I mean, like I'm watching. I have ESPN on right now. First Take is on, but I think it's old, or it's a rerun. But the Rockets Thunder game just popped up on the bottom screen. Thunder have an 84% chance to win this game. I think that number is a little bit lower if the Rockets aren't as banged up as they are tonight. But what do the Rockets need to do to win this game? It's really hard to go over keys to the game when you really don't know who's going to be out there on the floor. But against the Thunder, and especially, anytime you're playing the Thunder, but especially would be if you're this shorthanded, you got to play good basketball for 48 minutes in the basketball game. You can't have any slip-offs against this Thunder team if you want to beat them, especially this shorthanded. Let me know your thoughts on this Rockets game tonight in the comment section, and peace out. Go Rockets.